Welcome to TrainTheMBI.com. This is John's report is for the 10th, and well, saber rattling, causing a little bit of fear. Not all that dramatic given the fact that we had the little DOC spread here with the cyan moving back above red fairly quickly after dipping below. And we kind of saw the peak as we got near overbought when we moved right here to the peak. We got right to that 85 level that I was talking about being, significant. We just couldn't close above it, and then we retraced a bit. Went down to the ABM green. Looks like we're about to retest it again. We're getting long in the run with this, having the Azure line right here on the DOC shakeout actually coming up. You can see when it does, it finally gets there. Usually end up with a bit more of that wonky kind of just back and forth, a little bit of weakness until we get another reset, and usually it creates some muck in the shakeout readings here if we move negative. So wouldn't be bad from a reset standpoint. It's just kind of sad. It was a good opportunity for a new breakout, but as we got to the peak there, then started getting all this war talk, and that eventually has an impact on people not wanting to be exposed, given crazy talk that it is. So it's a strange situation, and that always throws a little bit of a monkey wrench, but it's hardly a dramatic reaction given the potential. So not causing too much of a panic. The weakened euro is also going to have some strain on equities as well, and it's just pulling back into some. It's got a long way to pull back from. I would be looking at least for 50% retrace, typically off of this level right in here, which was just a little bit over the 110, coming back, and then looking for it somewhere around the, well, actually I'll just put it up there, it makes it easier. We'll just go from right there, 50%, so right around the 115 range, which would still be outside of our typical range. We're right at about the 115, so anything moving back into that stays a little bit deeper in there would be more consistent with our expectation, but that would put a little bit of downside pressure on the market. Everything's really going to come down to the next quarter here coming up, and whether or not growth is continuing. It's really difficult because it's at odds to what the Fed wants and what Congress has been doing, so it's really going to be a question of is regulation adjustment enough to cause a continuation. The rally in bonds is still ridiculous, so I'm going to go with that one. And oil maintaining itself despite the huge inventory increase. The reality is that this is an indication that the market isn't worried about the excess at this point, that there may be enough growth to absorb it. So that's forward looking for oil, suggesting that the economy is actually doing fairly decent. Now, the saber rattling always causes gold to want to do a little spike. We liked it on this level. Every time we get down here to the ABMs on it, it's reacted very nicely. And we've been long this setup for quite some time, so no issues with that. Here we had the 5K. So coming off of that short we had way back up here, we did end up with a reset over here. I didn't like it because of the steel so high, above plus 13.5, and in the short run with no closes above the long algo, I was happy to just ride short with my short algo. Then finally we came down and we redipped. We were slightly under. This isn't a whole lot better, but what we had was rising red, and you can see it really didn't produce a whole lot. In fact, it came back and retested the lows. But that wasn't enough to get knocked out of it, and then it just traded sideways until we popped up here and formed a DOC spread coming along that one. Then we reset it again. Nice little up run, only to create the exact same situation with the short at the same time. And you see how much more powerful that is when you have it in alignment. You have the orange rising above 13.5. At the same time, you're getting a DOC spread with the cyan moving above red, shorts taking control. And you can see that was a significant decline, and so that was a sweet move from there. It's from 72 all the way down, and we've gone below down to 62, but right now about 64 at this point. No reset in sight just yet, so it looks like it's ready to languish a little bit longer. And that's the thing. I think we're starting to get a little more volatility, getting a little bit better range. It's not terrific, but following some of those trend moves, gonna take it. Can't complain about that. As always, though, look for me on Skype chat. Trade well.